you.
You can't hear us. Oh. Bless her. So while, just to get a plug in as well. So remember, like I said, to donate for the kitties. Like Willows, it's for the Willows Cat Sanctuary, to help all the kitties that's out there that need help. And
can you hear me yet?
We can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yay!
How are you doing?
I'm fine, but I'm getting really bad feedback.
Is it coming back like? Is it like an echo or like what is it?
I can hear myself talking 3 seconds after I'm saying the words.
So have you got I think
I'll try another microphone.
We can hear you perfectly though, if it helps.
Yeah.
Right. It says my device is working perfectly.
And you really are, like, you're very clear.
All right, I can't hear myself anymore.
Yay!
Yay, finally I'm here.
Welcome
Started
to the
logging
madhouse.
on and I just couldn't get on. And I'm like in the group chat going, help me, I can't get on.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you. If you've watched anything today, we've had lots of technical issues, so don't worry.
You know what? When I've used Zoom for work, they just send me a link and I just go, boop, and then that's it. So
Yeah.
you know,
I'm going to have to learn that.
First, can I just say, excuse me, hat. I went for a haircut last week and they have basically cut all of my hair off.
All right.
So I'm hiding it with a hat today because it's very upsetting.
Well, to be fair, I've got a blanket if it helps. It's cold.
So I'm not cold. I just have a crap haircut. So.
Oh, Joe, I have been there with bad haircuts and
I've had the same hairdresser for 12 years. He clearly lost his mind when he started cutting my hair. I was like, ugh, I could even see him being like, ah.
Are you one of these who will just sit there and let them do it until
you like, what do you think when he finished? I was like,
this looks all right, thanks.
Got outside and I was like, oh.
I've done that before.
So Joe,
right.
Hi.
So my topic today, which I have put a lot of thought into, my topic is Room 101.
Oh.
Now,
right.
I assume both of you know what Room 101 is.
Yes.
Yeah. Are we talking about the 1984 novel, or are we talking the Paul Merson show?
We are talking about the Frank Skinner show.
Yeah, it was Paul Merton before Frank Skinner.
Was it?
It was, but yes, I knew what you meant.
Right. So I've got loads and loads of topics, just in case you want to pass on some, because I don't know what you have seen and what you haven't seen.
This is really interesting. I quite like this. Sorry.
I thought you would like this. So you're getting a choice of either 2 or 3 things. One of them has to go in Room 101.
Right.
And you have to persuade me why it should go in Room 101.
So just
I have my own thoughts on the subject. I will come back with what I think. But we have 13 topics. I know we won't get through 13 topics, but I panic wrote them.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be able to talk as much as you need. But as well, what we normally do as well with our new guests, tell us a little about your nerdy credentials. We know you're a bit of a horror fan, and I know you're quite friendly with my wife as well. So
yes, I went to school with your wife in senior school. So I've known your wife for far longer than I care to admit. Obviously, my name's Jo. Yes, I am a horror fan. I recently went to HorrorCon and made an absolute show of myself in front. I like all horror genres. I like vampire films.
Yes.
I like Marvel films, all of them. Trying to think what else. The Labyrinth is my favourite film in the entire world, with David Bowie in. And I had a creepy crush on him when I was like 7.
Yes. It hasn't aged well, but I still enjoy the film.
Do you not think?
No, it hasn't aged well.
Some of the tones in the film is
slightly
creepy and like stalkerish.
Yeah.
Maybe she should have been 18.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe she should have been older, or he could have been younger. Either way, there should have been.
It was a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But as an 8-year-old,
never saw that.
Never
really. Yeah, never really saw it in that way. Just saw David Bowie looks absolutely mint with them trousers and that hair. Not even thinking of the sexual aspect of it.
Oh.
Exactly. Not even looking at the sexual aspect of it. Just like, you look absolutely banging with that hair.
Amazing. Amazing. But this will take me to my first room 101.
Oh.
You know my feelings on this. So we don't need to know my opinion because we already know it. So if you have to put an old kids film into room 101, which would it be?
I know exactly what mine is.
Don't make us choose. The 80s films were the best.
You have three choices.
Oh, okay.
You have The Goonies.
Don't you dare.
You have The Labyrinth.
Or
you have Never Ending Story.
I know exactly what I want. Can I go first?
Yes.
Never Ending Story. Get that.
Why Never Ending Story over the other two?
Bitch in the bin, because honestly, it is the worst film ever created. A horse died.
The horse dying was very upsetting.
No, it didn't just die. It wasn't just like dying in the scene. That horse died.
Oh no!
That horse died in that scene. You are watching that horse's death. Put it in the bin. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I actually didn't know that.
Yes,
I think it's a crap film anyway, and it will definitely be my room 101 choice.
It's awful. I absolutely hate it. It gives me nightmares. The kid, I just want to repeatedly punch in the face.
Which kid? The weird little girly angel kid or the little boy?
The little boy. The little boy. I hate it.
I just never got the concept of the film. I just thought it was weird from beginning to end.
Yep, absolutely. But yep, that horse scene is enough for me to say, no, I'm good.
I'm developing a twitch here.
You look a bit distressed there.
I love all three of these films. Like The Goonies is my all-time favorite film. Like I've got so many cherished memories of The Goonies. I love Labyrinth just for the silliness and the songs. I know it's a little bit of creepiness. I love The Never Ending Story because it reminds us of watching it on a Sunday morning with me dad and being totally terrified. But
the horse dies.
A trio, and I know but it's also got Falco, a luck dragon, or wish dragon, that I always wanted to ride on. Like the kid that read The Never Ending Story always used to annoy us. I never quite got the premise with say my name. I just say my name, but and the darkness used to terrify us. That oncoming rushing of nothingness was absolutely. It used to give me nightmares as a kid.
Agreeably, you don't get films like this now because obviously horses don't die in films now.
Yeah.
And it's the nostalgia of these films. And I think these films were a lot better thought out than some of the films that we get now for kids.
Oh, 100%. Like there was a lot better writing and a lot better, like especially with creativity, shall we say, because everything is relied on special effects.
Yeah.
Back then they had to make things look cool. And I dare anyone to watch The Never Ending Story and not get scared when that like big wolf character comes out the cave. And the whole idea, because it's like pretty much a metaphor in death, like darkness is always following you, darkness is coming, and that the darkness is coming to take away like this world. And again, when you watch it back, even though some of it is ropey, it is scary, and I think it's a brilliant film. I can't put any of three of them films in room 101. I'm going to be passing a lot here. I'm fucked here, isn't I?
Somebody at the door. Julia, get your dad, answer the door. Honestly, I leave the house for I go upstairs for 10 minutes, place falls to bits.
And my wife's just texted us as well. Nicole has said that the horse didn't really die. That's an urban legend.
No, it really did.
No,
I feel like I need to research this because if the horse died, then it has to be my.
Someone's put in the chat as well. They had a platform that was supposed to raise the horse back up, but it failed.
Right. It could be one of these urban myths because I've never heard the horse dying, and that again would break my heart. But
to be honest, regardless that horse dying or not, I don't. That kind of fantasy used to do my tits in as a kid because it always took us back to Time Bandits, and I hated Time Bandits.
Yeah, well, the Time Bandits I didn't like, so put Time Bandits in the bin, but I can't put any of these.
I love Time Bandits now because I'm like getting into that kind of fantasy like realm of things. But like back when I was a kid, I hated it. Never ending story. I absolutely hate. Just despise the thing. Can we put it in room 101?
I think it's 2 against 1, Paul. I mean, I must admit, I know this is really controversial, but I wasn't a huge Goonies fan either.
Oh.
I know, I'm really sorry. I'm
going to go for a lie down, I think.
People on the comments have already noticed your face when she mentioned when Joe mentioned the 3 films, and they're like, Paul's face. Oh my God.
Well, it couldn't be 3 films that we just went, oh yeah, definitely that one. Like, I've got to make this a bit.
Oh no, I completely understood the process, but I just didn't think you would hurt us so early. That's all.
Donna's getting angry with you. She's saying pick.
Right, I'm just because the horse possibly died.
2 against 1, I'll accept it, but I'm not happy.
I will try and pick something a little bit less upsetting for the next one. So the next one, we are going to go with... now, I know you like this one because I know this really bothers your wife, Paul. Really, really bothers me as well. So we all love going to cinema. We all love going to cinema. Clearly, it's a big topic in our group. But what bothers you the most and what has to go into room 101? So we've got people who talk or rustle their sweets. People who sit in the wrong seat, or people who are late and you have to move for them to sit down. All 3 of them absolutely grind my gears.
I'm happy to go first with this one. The other 2 is fine because I can deal with them. The people sitting in my seat, I'll just move. I don't have that.
I know, but when you move and then somebody comes and then goes, "Oh, you're in my seat," you're like,
I wouldn't move. I would move them. I would just say, "Use in my seat, move." I've done that plenty of times. That's easy. Like I say, I'm a big chubby bloke with a beard. Nobody normally argues with us with a bald head.
That's why I'm my husband.
The people coming in late, again, it is irritating. But you don't know what's happened. You try and think, but the sheer rudeness and impoliteness and just basically not caring about other people, like talking or making a big racket. I purposely don't buy stuff that's going to make noise in the cinema because I don't want to bother people. And if someone's going to talk, I will turn around and give them the evil eye. But that should be my 101, talking in the cinema. And I think people should be banned or even flogged for doing that as well.
Flogged.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Give a stick and whip it with a stick.
I will agree with you to a certain extent. Flogging a bit extreme, but I absolutely despise people talking in the cinema. I absolutely hate noise in general. Like, it just bugs us. I don't particularly care people coming in late. I'm not really bothered about the seat thing. I tell you what I don't like is how many times people get up and go to the toilet. That really annoys us.
Like, have you got the bladder the size of a fly?
That absolutely annoys us. You've just paid money to watch this and then you actually are leaving.
Even when my 6-year-old goes, "Mummy, I need the toilet," I'm like, really?
You can wait.
Really, you need the toilet?
Well, like I said, Nick will probably hate us for this, but she always has an emergency wee before she goes in.
Yeah,
just to make sure. So
me too.
That is a really good idea, and I do force my 6-year-old to do that. So Nicole, I agree with you. You should definitely have an emergency wee. But I went to see Bohemian Rhapsody for the 5th time, right? Granted, I got free cinema tickets at the time. I don't have money to burn. But I was sitting watching it, and this guy, at the end, where Freddie's singing at Live Aid, this guy turns around to his friend and goes, "What are you up to this weekend, mate?" And I was like, have you lost your mind?
Yeah.
And the cinema isn't cheap. So why are you paying like a tenner to go and sit and talk to your mate?
Yeah, my friend lost his absolute shit. We were in Jurassic World and it literally was 10 minutes in and there was a load of kids, right? And if a load of kids in there and they make noise, I generally zone out. I really do. They don't bother us at all. But there was a little boy sitting near me, and he was so well behaved. Like he was reacting to everything, and I was loving it. Like if something was moving, he was moving with it, and it was just class experience. But there was 2 teenagers sat in front of us, and they kept making stupid noises. And Paul like got out of his seat, walked straight up to them, and went behind them and went, "I'd expect it from that little boy over there. I do not expect it from you. Absolutely disgusting," and walked out and left us there. We were literally 10 minutes into the film. We didn't know what to do. He was our lift.
I find this is not a snob's thing to say. It might be a tiny bit snobby, but I find it much worse in Empire in Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like you get this kind of behaviour at the Odeon.
No, we go to Cinema World at Bolden, and we've got like the multi-ticket cards, so we can go.
It's not as bad there. Even Ghostbusters the other day, somebody actually sat in my seat, and then I sat in somebody else's seat against my usual judgment, and then they came to get in their seat. Oh, and I was really pissed off. But they did quieten down for the film, so it wasn't too bad.
I think the biggest time I lost my temper was when I think I was seeing one of the Harry Potter films down in Manchester at the Printworks there, and these not once here kids, just teenagers came in, sat down, started playing with their phones, and literally never stopped on the phones for about 20 minutes, to the point where like we were the only ones in the cinema. There was only like 5 people, to the point I went over and went, "Hey mate, just fuck off, just get out." Rather than, but that was when I was a bit younger and a bit more mouthy. But 101 throwing definitely people talking in the cinema, rudeness.
I had a kid on with Star Wars Force Awakens, and thankfully it was my second showing, so I wasn't that like angry, but I had a kid behind us just questioning everything. Hey sweetheart,
Binks has come to join us.
Hello. But yeah, he questioned everything, and he was like, "So where's Darth Vader? Is that a lightsaber? Is that this?" And he was doing me head into the point where I says to Carolyn, "If he doesn't shut up, I'm going to tell him that Han Solo dies." I'm going to do it.
Spoilers, everyone.
So we're in agreement that people who talk.
Get him in the bin.
People who talk, go in the bin. Right, we're going to pick another film one now. Now, there's one that I've been told that I really shouldn't say.
Paul's shitting himself.
No. I do have a few. If I run out of time, I might go to them, but I don't want to upset anybody. So I'm going to go with actors next.
Okay.
We have Jack Black.
Okay.
We have Jim Carrey. And we have Adam Sandler.
Right, fuck off, Jim Carrey.
Not as a person, for their acting abilities.
Yes, Jim Carrey can fuck off in the bin.
He's
done the same role.
I am going to have to agree with him, because the other two for me are precious, and I think Adam Sandler is someone who I think he's got a genuine funny bone, and he tickles mine constantly. It doesn't matter what he's doing.
I think his more recent films haven't been on par with his early stuff.
But I think he's just doing that for the money now, though. He's got a Netflix deal just to make sure he's got to make so many films a year for Netflix, and he just doesn't give a fuck what they are. It's just basically, like I said, like that Hubie Halloween was awful, but I still watched it.
Oh God, awful.
But then when the flip side of it,
he done the one with Jennifer Aniston. That was actually quite entertaining.
But he also has done the one where he won a shitload of awards for it, where he plays the jewels dealer. Was it a jewels dealer?
Yes.
Yes. So he does generally care, but the Netflix deal does not give a monkey's about. Like literally, will just churn it out. But I just think there's something so special about him. Like he has made me laugh on so many occasions. Like Grown Ups is still. Everyone hates it, but it's my.
Oh no, I like Grown Ups.
But it's my like if I'm like feeling a bit blue, that's one of my go-to is like I'll sit and watch Grown Ups. Like I love his energy, so I cannot get rid of Adam Sandler. Jack Black's the same. Man.
Yeah, going back with Adam Sandler, but was it Big Daddy? I wipe my own ass. You kind of get a funny line of that, and it breaks your heart in every way.
Can you remember when there was the ABC cinema in the town?
Yes.
That
Yes.
proper
Yeah.
shithole with no heating. But I used to have a free pass for there, and one of our group members, Jennifer Dignan, me and her went to see The Wedding Singer about 8 times in a row. And it's like, so yeah, I do agree on Adam Sandler. For me, Jim Carrey, The Grinch is one of the greatest films ever. It's one of the greatest. I know you're not all huge Christmas fans, but he was so.
No,
good.
I love Chris. Whether like it's the grumpy people on the Facebook group. I've been posting Christmas stuff since after Halloween. So,
do you not love The Grinch though?
I do enjoy The Grinch, but that's not Jim Carrey. It's The Grinch.
Yeah, I know. I was saying acting ability. I couldn't possibly put Jack Black in there just because he did the WAP on his TikTok. Did you see that?
No.
I will post it in the group later. Yeah, Jack Black did the WAP dressed in a pair of Speedos with his Captain America shield. It was fantastic.
I've seen a few of his videos he's done during lockdown because I think he's just went a bit nuts and had fun. But my main reason for Jim Carrey, fair enough, 2 good films I enjoy: Truman Show and the one with, and he done Andy Kaufman. I've forgotten what it's called now. Man on the Moon. I enjoyed that, but every other role it's been exactly the same. He's just been doing the same, doing Lion, Liar, Dumb and Dumber. That again, I don't think they've aged well. But
I think Dumb and Dumber is hilarious.
But if you watch it again now,
they probably have. If I was to watch them now, I probably wouldn't find them as funny as I found them.
I think I would. I've got such a ridiculous sense of humour.
No, I think the only thing in Dumb and Dumber that made me cry with laughter is when the blind kid's going, "Hey, pretty birdie, pretty birdie," and then you see, oh no, that's just annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let Jim Carrey go. I thought that might be a tricky one for you, but obviously not.
There's some mixed feelings in the group, by the way. Sandler can do one. Jim Carrey definitely. No, Jim Carrey can actually act.
Can I just say as well?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, just to say, Sean's commenting on the group, but he hasn't got the balls to come on the podcast, so he can shut up.
Paul crying every 10 minutes during Endgame annoyed me. I hadn't even noticed that until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
Get in, Sean. Keep them coming. Hey, right. Next one.
Next one, we are going to go with vampire movies because I do like a vampire movie. We are going with Interview with a Vampire.
Right.
The Twilight Films.
Okay.
Now, come on. The Twilight Films.
I like the Twilight Films.
And I know your feelings on this one, or The Lost Boys.
So The Lost Boys cannot be put in the bin. No. That's just off the table. I'm sorry. If anyone suggests that, even in the groups, I'm not even going to talk to you again.
So between Interview with the Vampire and the Twilight Films.
Interview with the Vampire.
Really?
Yeah. Here's my call.
Your decision.
Interview with the Vampire, I don't think it's aged well. I think it's like, if you watch it back now, it's quite cringeworthy. Fair enough, there's certain aspects in it, but I don't really like it. There's aspects I do, but I still get entertained by the Twilight movies, and I know that's going to make me sound like a complete dick, but I think it's fun. It's you can turn your brain off and just enjoy it, and the story was quite entertaining. But I would say Interview with the Vampire.
Sorry. Honestly, Joe, you've got some of the best comments coming out of like this topic mind. People are just like to bin speckly peckers. I'm sorry, I can't pick Interview with the Vampire. If you all listen to our vampire podcast that we did, it really holds like a special place. It's one of the first fiction books that I read, like where I couldn't put it down. I love Anne Rice and I love her, mythos and creation she made. Don't get us wrong, I do like Twilight. I like Interview with the Vampire better.
Oh, so it's down to me to choose, really, then.
Yeah,
it's your choice then.
Because Lost Boys is never going in the bin. That's a no-no.
I am.
Oh, we've lost your sound, Joe.
Interview with the Vampire is really good for the first hour. But then I think after that it just loses you.
Oh, no.
I'm totally agree with you.
Is it Antonio Banderas? Once he comes into it, it just gets a bit daft.
Yeah.
But I'm yet to read the book, and I think I would enjoy the book much more.
To be honest, the book and the film are very much like on par with each other. There's not a great big difference. I mean, yes, you get a little bit more backstory on Louis and Lestat, but the film to the book is very on par.
And I'm really shallow, and I really like Robert Pattinson. I'm really sorry.
Oh my gosh, it's going in
So
the bin,
you're
isn't it?
thinking with your hormones rather than.
I am. Robert Pattinson is a total fitty, and I can't wait for the new Batman. Again, very controversial, but I can't wait.
No.
Oh,
Actually,
no, not on this podcast.
We've done a reaction to the Batman video, and like I say, we are very excited about that.
Yeah,
I can't wait. So yes, right, we've been in off interview with the vampire. That does make me a little bit sad because I do like it.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like I'm the only one
more.
there.
What's the comment section saying?
Bye bye Twilight. I'm not shocked by Paul's choice at all. I feel I can't be friends with Watson anymore. I bet guess who that came from. We all know he loves Twilight.
See?
Boycotting Paul now.
So on this podcast today, I've admitted I've like Nickelback and Twilight. I've got nothing to come back with now.
You really don't. Right, next topic.
Right, you can pass on this if you haven't seen them. Because I have got enough fears to pass on them. But this is old Sabrina versus new Sabrina.
Oh.
Okay, so I have actually seen the new one. I love the new one, by the way.
I love the new one.
Loved it.
I can't put either in the bin because they're both so different and different on the merits. Like the old Sabrina is just classic nostalgia, childhood, and entertainment, and you won't beat Salem. Salem as the cat is the best thing on TV. But the Chilling Tales of Sabrina was the Chilling Tales, was it?
Yeah.
I love the dark element, and she was when she was coming, she was amazing in it as well. And I love the whole occult reference. I know there was certain episodes that were a bit hokey. I should have kept it thing, but I generally like both for different reasons. They're quite like poles apart. I know my wife absolutely loves the original Sabrina's. She binge watched them last year.
Yeah. Did you know that the cat in the old Sabrina is the cat that was in Hocus Pocus?
It's Binks. It's
Fun fact, it's the same cat.
Yep.
Oh, that makes us love it even more.
Yeah, I knew that it was the same cat that they used. He has a great line that me and my mum still quote to each other today. I am Don Tutti no, this is Dum Tutti Frutti, and this is Dum de Dum Dum. It is one of the best lines. I love Salem so much. That's a hard one, that one to pick between the two because it's so different in
tones and feels and stuff. But
exactly.
The only thing that
if only one could exist in the world,
I would probably say
the world is going to end if you don't get rid of one of them.
I'm gonna have to go.
I'd put the new one because it didn't end well. I didn't like the ending.
Yeah, that's my I totally.
What was the ending of the old one? I can't remember.
It didn't really end.
It was just like finished seasons, didn't it? So that one didn't have an end. At least the other Sabrina ended.
But it wasn't a satisfying ending.
But look at how ambiguous it was. It left you with like, oh God, she's alive or he's dead. Where are they? Could they come back? Are they coming back? They're not coming back. It just left too many.
It could have been written better.
Yeah.
The cast was amazing. The costumes were amazing.
Oh, and I love that in certain episodes they brought back the old cast. When Sabrina,
that was such a good episode.
I even liked the theme tune with all the comic book drawings and I loved everything about it. Me personally, I would have been off the old Sabrina.
Well, if you're going to be like that.
I can't see it. Oh wow!
So it did come out in comics before it was actually a TV show.
Ah.
Yep, it's still The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is in a comic right now. Is in written format. So you could continue Sabrina's story on.
So and she is going to be in Riverdale. She's going to be in the next season of Riverdale.
Because they're opposite towns, aren't they?
Yeah, I am not watching Riverdale just to see Sabrina Spellman.
I'd watch it just to see Skeet Ulrich.
Oh, I tried. I really tried, but I'm like...
I haven't actually watched it because my daughter, who's 20, said it's an absolute pile of shit.
Trusty
and for her to say it's shit, it really must be shit.
Right.
I get that. I'm gonna stick with Paul on this one.
Oh, how disappointing. Okay. Okay. The world now carries on without the new Sabrina. How disappointing.
This gives us a chance to reboot it again.
Definitely. Right. Oh, I'm still not going to... What time we're on? No, I'm going to keep this one for a little bit longer because this one might be upsetting. Now, this one will be controversial, and I definitely know what Paul's thoughts will be on this. But if you have to get rid of one, are we going dogs, cats, or small animals that live in cages such as guinea pigs?
Guinea pigs.
Oh no, guinea pig
pigs.
is so cute.
Guinea pigs.
No, I love cats and dogs. So I've always had
dogs
cats
are
and dogs.
a massive. As a dog owner of 2 Yorkshire Terriers, they are huge pains in the arse.
True, but on the flip side, I had a German Shepherd when I was growing up called Duke that helped me to walk. He used to lie down next to us and let us put my arm over him, and he used to teach us to walk. So I've got a soft spot for dogs.
My dog just pees everywhere and acts like an asshole.
I have a lot of dogs in my family. My in-laws have Lhasa Apsos. My parents have 2 Shih Tzus and a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and my sister has a pug who, if you were watching earlier, you met him. Dogs are massive in my family, but I have two babies, 2 cat babies who are my absolute world. Guinea pigs, ta-ta.
Now I have a guinea pig because it was my sister's guinea pig, and we ended up taking both of them, and one of them's died, and now he just lives by himself. It's called Freddie Mercury. He's just so sad.
Oh, amazing.
He's so cute, but he's like nothing like Freddie Mercury at all because he's so shy, and like I wouldn't really want to put him in the bin. And like I say,
but yeah, I couldn't put a dog or a cat, but I used to get bitten by little hamsters. So yeah.
He would bite you if you tried to give him food. He would bite you.
Sorry, Charlotte's just pointed out maybe we shouldn't be talking about cats going in the bin, given that we're raising money for them.
I mean, cats would never have been my choice. I've got 3. I used to have a cat that was Paul's cat's sister.
Yes.
So
Which
Paul's
one?
cat Ruby, I used to have.
You've got Baxter's sister to Baxter as well.
And Baxter's, Baxter's Ruby.
Oh, see, we're all family here.
So who have you got?
I used to have a cat called Blossom, and when we went on holiday, she got run over.
So Blossom's Baxter.
Blossom was Ruby.
Sister?
Yeah.
So Ruby, their big cat, their older cat. They were sisters.
But that was Baxter. That's Baxter's. My cat Baxter. My tabby is in the same litter.
Well, anyway, we ended up finding a cat really similar at a shelter about 1.5 years later, and we were really adamant that it was her because we never saw her body because we were on holiday. And now she lives with us, and she's called Willow, but we're not actually sure whether she's Blossom or not. She looks like her. She meows like her, but she doesn't like dreamies.
Do you know what though? Let that one be. Like I'd accept the fact that that's Blossom. Do you know what I mean? Like I would be happy with that.
She just lives here, meows, but she doesn't like dreamies, and the other cat love dreamies. So it'll always be a mystery because she can't talk. So obviously cats are not born in.
We're all cat related then.
We are. Family.
But there's my Bax. I don't know if you can see him, but that's my...
The little one in the... Oh,
that's you.
Of me now.
Oh yes, oh god, it probably looks like my cat as well.
He looks like Amber the mum. I'm in contact,
and she's huge. She's like practically the size of our Yorkshire Terrier.
See, Baxter's not. He's like, well, obviously 9 years old, and he's tiny. He's no bigger than what he was when he was 1 year old.
Oh no, she's massive. I've got 2 girl tabbies who are enormous, and then the little black cat who you've just seen, Binks. He's the rabbit killer that lives here. In the summer, he drags rabbits in our back garden, and he's tiny. He's like a kitten.
Oh, my Beatrice, my black and white cat, she is massive.
Oh no, she's tiny but vicious. Well, it looks like guinea pigs have gone then. That is sad. Like I say, dogs are a huge pain in the arse, but they are.
To be fair, you made us make a choice. We had to make the choice.
Yeah,
I know. Poor Freddie.
Go bye.
Let's see what else we have got on here. We are gonna go to 90s horror. We're doing 90s horror films. We haven't, have we?
No. We've done a podcast on them, but we haven't made a choice on them.
So your choices are Scream 1,
right.
obviously, huge Scream 1 fan. I Know What You Did Last Summer or The Blair Witch Project.
Oh my God, that's hard.
Not really. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a Scream rip-off.
Yeah.
It was pretty much, like I say, it wasn't greatly acted, but Blair Witch was a trendsetter and changed the
Blair
industry
Witch,
for
yeah.
so much. And Scream was just one of the best horror films I've ever seen.
Yeah,
So,
Blair Witch changed it. They both did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Blair Witch opened the floodgates for people to use bloody camcorders in horror films, which just makes me sick the whole time that I'm watching them. Just like this, constantly. And it's like, oh, I cannot watch a camcorder film.
Oh,
Awful.
I love found footage horror, and that's obviously the catalyst of it. That was the starting point. So that was a game changer then, and then Scream is the start of like the
rebirth of the slashers,
and also of horror in general, because at the time horror was an absolute shit show. It was terrible.
Yeah, there was nothing decent coming out around that time, was there?
Not at all. And then Scream,
and it broke the rules. Yeah,
it
broke the rules.
It absolutely did. So I totally agree, Paul. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Get in the bin.
Yeah. Oh, have we lost Joanne?
She'll come back in a second. You there?
No, can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, there you go. We can hear you now.
Are you putting your hand over the...
Oh, maybe it's because I'm holding my laptop up. Because I'm on the bed. It's the only place I get any peace and quiet.
Oh, bless you. You must be putting it over the microphone or something.
I must have. I don't even know where the microphone is on this. That's how tech savvy I am. I'll keep my hand underneath. Right. I'm not doing very well at this. I definitely would have put the Blair Witch in just because I hate films where it shakes about.
But you wouldn't have Paranormal Activity or anything like that? Like any films like that came out afterwards?
Totally opened the genre up. So I can't put it in the bin.
Do you know what it is? I wish I could have changed that now. I've thought of a better film.
Right.
If I could have took the Blair Witch Project out and put in Final Destination, how would you have felt about it?
It would have still been
it still would have been last summer.
Okay. Right, well, right. This one is just about people in general, irritating people in general. So, what do you want to put in room 101? People who wear pajamas in public.
Right.
People who have their earphones really loud. When so if you're on public transport, you're on the metro or whatever, and you can hear their songs. Or people who walk slowly in front of you and take up the whole path.
Oh, that 100%. That big slow walkers, because I'm an absolute giant. I'm 5'9", so my strides are long. So like I walk pretty fast, and then people like kind of in the bridges. The bridges is a prime example for people just to walk right in front of me and then just teeter-totter around. I hate it.
When a family all walks, there's like 5 of them and they walk in a huge slow line.
Yeah. Yes, or Aldi on a Friday morning. Honestly, if you don't join the train of the elderly, you are not shopping that day, because they will stop you by any means necessary. You have to literally dart around them. Yep, that one for sure. I can forgive anyone for going out in pajamas. I live in pajamas. What was the
second? And is there just not something a bit like?
Yeah, but
there's pants on, man.
Yes, don't get us wrong.
Pants is one thing, but there is some certain pajama tops I've bought that I thought, that could be passed as a t-shirt.
Oh, Anthony does.
You know it is. There's been times that I've put my coat on over my pajama top, and that's fine. But when you're seeing people in their Scooby-Doo pajamas with their Ugg boots on on the school run.
Yeah, no, I don't. I honestly, if the slow walking one wasn't in there, pajamas would have definitely been my pick. But that one really, the slow walking one.
Yeah, because if someone's had the headphones on too loud, I can just put my headphones on and drown it out.
I must admit, I'm that guy. I'm that guy on the metro who has their headphones in too loud, because I don't want people to make eye contact with me. I don't want people to talk to me, and they generally do. I must just have that face. The metro could be empty, and people will sit next to me and strike up a conversation with my earphones in.
Are you one of these that's
even looking at the floor? I must just look friendly. Very irritating.
Are you the ones that sings and dances as well, or are you just one there with the headphones on?
I might have a little foot tap. Not much of a dancer. Back in the days when I used to drink, maybe.
Possibly.
I dread to think of the footage that's probably kicking about.
But yeah,
So, yeah.
the person that walks slowly in front of us or just stops. It's ones that just stop or on the phone, walking with the mobile phones and not looking where they're going.
Yeah,
In front of them,
noises.
like mobile phone zombies.
Yep, I absolutely hate it. I don't know, it's because I walk really fast and then I've got to slow down for you.
And then you
no.
like you skype past them and they go, oh, as if like, God,
Oh,
what
did I get in your way? No, you got in my way. Shopping's the worst. I wear my anger on my face so badly. I really do.
I am never going to any of the Aldis on a Friday morning if you're missioning about.
Honestly, thank God for masks because it hides the disdain that's going on. I mean, nothing can hide my eyes. Like when I'm when I'm in
looking a bit wild-eyed in Aldi, I'll just give you a wide berth.
Yeah, just ignore us. Just pretend I didn't see us.
Just go, it's okay, Sam.
Just don't do what that guy did to me the other day in Tesco and said, hello, Paul. I had no idea who he was.
That's
Still don't
so
know if he's
funny.
part of the group or anything like that. And try and talk to us how cool Iron Brew is. I was like, okay, this is strange.
Weird.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, given that you just said you started talking about Iron Brew, and I was like, what was why Iron Brew? And he's like, well, I was buying Iron Brew. I was like, well, then, that's why you were saying it's great.
I used to work in a shop in the town. I'm not sure if you remember it. It was called McGurk Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work there back in the day, and I would go out drinking on the night, and people would come up to me and they'd be going, hi, Joe, you work in McGurk's? And I used to think, who are all these crackpots? Why are you saying hello to me? Oh, come in and see you at work all the time. And you're like, I'm really bad with faces, like really bad. Like I can stand and talk to people and then like the next day not even recognize them. I'm not very, I'm quite blind as well, which doesn't help. You literally have to come up with my face and go like, hi, Joe. Like, see,
I'm deaf, so there's like, I just don't hear you. I always wear one headphone as well when I'm out, because obviously I need some, so I can't put anything really in here a lot. Like I do have two normally when I'm in the other room, but I only place it on my ear. But yeah, I don't normally put anything in my deaf ear. It's great, don't have to hear anyone, and especially when people with masks on are trying to talk to us, and I'm like, I can't hear you. Can't hear a word you're saying.
Yeah. So
did we decide on the slow walkers?
Yes.
It's got to be for me.
Slow walkers and PJs are both equally as irritating with me, so I can live with slow walkers.
Cool.
Right, I think I have covered that whole page. Right. Oh, I'm getting close to this one. Right. So one of these has to go in room 101. It absolutely has to. I know the years might be cross about this, but the world will end. Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God.
I knew. I've already been told that this will be an upsetting topic.
Lord of the Rings. It's too long-winded, and too many false endings, and yeah, it's all special effects, no flavor. Harry Potter has heart.
I hadn't seen Harry Potter until a year ago. My daughter was always a huge fan of it, and I just never really watched them. And then I really, really enjoyed them, and I went to Harry Potter World and had a lovely time. I do find Lord of the Rings really long. I know Harry Potter's are longer because there's more of them, but I just feel it's really dragged out.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And when you go to Harry Potter World in Florida, you've never experienced anything like it.
Oh God, I would absolutely love to do that. To be honest, I found Harry Potter World in London quite emotional. Seeing all the costumes that
I'm really looking forward to going there. We're planning a trip next year. I hate that you've put these two in the same category. Everyone knows my feelings on Lord of the Rings. I'm going to throw a spanner in the works, and I am going to say I'm going to agree with Paul.
I think Harry Potter is more magical and has...
I'm riding this Harry Potter train at the moment. Honestly, since coming back from I've loved Harry Potter. Like, who doesn't love Harry? You can't not love Harry Potter. But when we went to Edinburgh and we did that graveyard where she got all our inspiration for like Tom Riddle, and like I saw Tom Riddle's grave, and I just from then onwards, and being in all like the Harry Potter stores and like inspired shops and stuff like that, I've just been riding this Harry Potter like train. Like my whole tree this year is inspired around Harry Potter. So I'm gonna have to say Lord of the Rings. I can't believe you got us with Harry Potter. Any other franchise? Actually, I don't know about that, but
I was going to say Marvel versus Lord of the Rings. You'd have been knackered.
I'd have been buggered. I am gonna have to agree with Paul.
Cool.
Damn it.
Oh, bye-bye.
God damn
But
it.
Bye-bye.
And I haven't read the books either. The next one is 80s cartoons. I know the 80s stuff makes us all feel a bit sad. We have Thundercats,
Thundercats.
Dogtanian,
Oh, sorry.
or Ghostbusters the cartoon.
Dogtanian.
No way!
Woof, 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 woof. Oscar hands are always ready. Woof, 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 woof.
Oh, look,
Get
see,
it in the
Dogtanian was my
bin.
favourite cartoon.
Yeah, I've got Ghostbusters toys.
I have Ghostbusters toys. They're just not in this room.
I was thinking about this earlier. Did Ego's eyes move?
Yes, there was one of them where they pushed down or pushed up.
Oh, his hair
depending-
moved.
And his whole jaw dropped. Everything opened up. It was like the Scream ones. Can you remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, he did at one point. We all did. I'm sure I had the versions of them. I got the normal. I've got them. They're in my back bedroom. I should have brought them and just like paraded them in Ant's room. But yeah, they used to have the Scream ones where you pulled the hair, or you pushed down, or you pulled up, and
You pulled up.
Their face and then like
my cousin had them. I didn't have them. My cousin had the firehouse with all the, and I just remember you pulled Ego's hair up, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I had them ones. It was the Scream ones, like where they literally screamed up. Yeah, Dogtanian, sorry.
I've got good memories of Dogtanian, just because, like, say, the theme tune and stuff, but it probably doesn't hold down. But Thundercats, I was more Thundercats than A-Man.
I suppose the other two were a little bit more grown-up cartoons, probably when we got a little bit older.
Yeah, like,
loose.
and it had the best theme tune as well. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Oh, yeah.
I have the sword somewhere. I have a Thundercat sword somewhere. It's in this room. It's one of Ant's swords. Yeah, a Thundercats cannot go. Sorry, it's like a staple of my childhood. Ghostbusters is obviously life. Sorry, puppy dog, get in the bin.
I should have put Dogtanian in more with Gummy Bears?
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears and the raccoons. Can you remember the raccoons?
Can I remember
Yeah,
the
but
raccoons?
then Dogtanian would still go away in
On the
it.
bin.
Yeah, to be honest, Dogtanian would have to. No, Gummy Bears for me.
The
But the
raccoons.
raccoons was just. I think that's where my love of raccoons come from. I absolutely love raccoons.
Bert Raccoon was my absolute hero. I only ate peanut butter because Bert Raccoon, and when I say only ate, I mean I only ate peanut butter sandwiches because Bert Raccoon did. He was my absolute idol.
And especially with our mascot being a trash panda anyway, so
Yes.
for the Nerdy Up North group. So yeah, it has to.
Every time I see something with a raccoon in, I tag your wife in it. I know she likes raccoons as well. And I'm like, oh, I saw this raccoon and thought of you. It was my 40th birthday in April, and I went to the zoo to meet a raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Which one did you
that's
go
how
to? The
much I
one
love
up
raccoons.
no, there's because there was ones in Northumberland, I think.
Yes, but because of lockdown, they wouldn't let me touch it.
Oh,
And it was far too big to get in my bag.
yeah.
They were much bigger than I thought.
Little chubsters, aren't they?
They're huge. They were so cute.
Yeah.
Our next one is a Marvel one.
Okay.
We are coming to the end, and I haven't run out of topics. Yay. If you have to bin somebody off, are you binning Iron Man, Captain America, or Spider-Man?
Captain
The new
America.
Spider-Man, not the old
Bye.
Spider-Mans. New.
Bye, Cap. Easy.
Bye, Spider-Man.
Fuck off.
Absolutely not.
Oh well, I'm not winning
End of the
this one, am
podcast
I?
now. Me and Sam over with.
We're done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win this one, but I'm still going to put my case forward. Just because Spider-Man is nothing to me in the same way he is for Paul. I don't have that childhood, connection to this Spider Boy. But with Captain America and Iron Man, their characters alone got me to read more comics around them, like as in comics, and so it got me more into the comic world. But also, they're just better than Spider-Man. Fuck it. You going there?
Joe,
You look generally disgusted.
I am horrified. I love
Yeah.
Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man.
Perfect. I think we mentioned it before. Tom Holland's Spider-Man was perfect cast.
Don't get me wrong. I don't not like Spider-Man, but if I have to pick between them, I can't get rid of Captain America and Iron Man.
I find Captain America an absolute dullard.
He is my fucking hero.
He's too Mr. Nice, too perfect.
Yeah, it's so boring.
Yeah.
Him and the Winter Soldier, amazing, just because Sebastian Stan, absolutely spot on. Love the Winter Soldier, but I don't know, he's too vanilla.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I like a bit, like, Tony Stark has a bit of the devil in him, due to, like, say, what he's done in the past, and I know he's trying to atone.
Innocence. Steve has a time of innocence. Steve has naivety. I can't even speak.
So, I know, no, Spider-Man has that because he's just a baby.
No, Spider-Man, Spider-Man has hope. Spider-Man has aspiration, whereas there's something so innocent and naive about Steve Rogers that makes him, I don't know, it just makes him very special. I know he wasn't meant for the time that he's in, but he still manages to adapt to it, while also bringing all the values that he had that made him, before he even got his super soldier serum, made him who he is today. He never lost it.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's too powered as well. He's a bit like Superman. He was too strong, too invincible, where the other two have the vulnerabilities, and that's why I kind of related more. But I would put, like, again, I've got no emotional attachment to Captain America. He's probably my least favorite Avenger in the films as well. So, but he got interest in Endgame, but
I think towards the end I warmed to him, especially like, the very end scene where he's going to take on Thanos, and then all the portals open and everybody comes out, and like everybody in the cinema screams and everybody cries. Love that. And I'd really want, and at the end, obviously, where he got to go back in time, so cute.
I love the fact that he got his big fight scene, and then he got the life he always wanted.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like I say, if he's going to room, if there was any of the three, because to be honest, if we didn't have Iron Man, we wouldn't have the MCU, so you can't bin Iron Man because he was the starting point, and Spider-Man is the future. So take the middleman out of the situation.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I mean, I just won with that right there. Really cute.
Yeah.
But Paul's argument is much better than mine.
Yeah, he's just won it right there. He's just
won it. I'm really sorry.
I heard it. I'm not daft. It was like a presidential campaign there. We had the leader, we now have the future.
So that's pretty much, I know you probably got more to ask, but have you enjoyed it, Joe?
I've had a fabulous time. Thank you.
Joe, that was such a brilliant like subject to do. I absolutely loved it.
I was really nervous about picking my topic as well. I was like, oh God.
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. Thank you for making us think. It's kind of like woke us up a bit. Someone mentioned in the chat, I'm tired. I was like, I'm getting there.
And then he's left after me, and I'm nearly the last, isn't I? Oh no.
Oh no. So it's 6:00 now, so we've got 4 hours left.
Oh God.
Well,
but it's not too bad. But
while you do the changeover, I am going to go and run the toilet. I'm drinking far too much pop, and I'm just going to go and check and see if my husband's okay. So I'll be 2 seconds.
Yes. Anything else you want to fire off before we let you leave there, Joe?
No, they were my best topics, I think.
Cool. Like I say, I'll get my wife's opinion when I go downstairs and see you later. So I'm sure she'll message you later. But like I say, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you for doing this. And again, remember, like I say, to plug, get the plug in. This is for the Willows cat category, and we are like trying to support and help the kittens. So a lot of things hopefully will be happening because of this. And thank you everyone that's donated.
You keep sharing pictures of these really unfortunate cats that need homes, and I'm like, oh Martin, look, and he's like, do not dare bring another cat in this house. Like we have 6 animals in this house. If I bring another cat home, like he would probably leave. I'd gladly have another one, but
no,
especially
Yeah, I know Donna's the same. We're trying to talk Donna into getting a cat. So that's how we keep trying to force it on now. So like I say, she's the next one we're hoping to get a cat. So fingers crossed. So I've got the other person waiting now, so I'll admit them in.
You let them in.
Cool.
Peaches.
Yes. See if we'll have any technical issues. Okay, is it working? Oh. Yes. Oh, hello. Can you hear us?
Hi. Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, you're coming through really clear there.
Not like me, who took forever to get in and get me sound on.
Yeah, I was panicking, thinking, watch mine not work or something.
Oh, don't worry. That was at 10 o'clock when Sam couldn't get logged in for the first hour. So
I've seen a bit of it this morning, and I noticed there was technical difficulties. So I've been sat here for 5 minutes, making sure that I was ready to go.
I love your doll.
Oh, thank you.
Right, well, I will let you go. Have fun.
No
it was
problem.
a pleasure.
And thank you for keeping us on our toes there. So have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.